Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up?
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good, baby? How you?
Man, great. I'm blessed to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
No question about it, man. Let me set you up really fast. All right. For all my listeners out there, man, I got the incredible opportunity, man, to sit down with an incredibly gifted artist that goes by the name of DJ Jahmar. Wait. Let me rephrase that. DJ International.
Yeah, man. You know, we all over the place. We
No
working.
question about that. DJ
Yeah, man.
Jahmar, man. How you doing today, baby? How's everything?
Man, I'm blessed. You know, it's always a blessing to wake up and see another day. I'm blessed to be alive. Everybody healthy in the household. So we blessed, you know.
Yeah, no question, man. All right. So
So
let's
without,
knock it off. And then also
yeah,
everybody, I got Sunny in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Sonny, big up yourself.
Yeah, Sunny the Sun Goddess. You know she here. She all bright and fresh and looking lovely and all those things. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
So, yo, let's start it off like this, man. Where you originally from and how long you been actually doing your thing, man?
So originally from Jamaica, moved to Arizona in the 80s. You know, I've been DJing for like 26 years now. It's been a minute, you know.
Wow.
I've been doing this music thing for a minute.
Wow.
You know, elevated from DJing to producing to keeping my own events to event promoter to flyer maker. I wear a lot of hats.
I want to ask, how is that Jamaican lifestyle? Because I've been to Jamaica quite a few times. You know, I got my pass stamped and it's beautiful over there.
A lot of people that go to Jamaica, they see, you know, the beaches. They go to Nick Grill. They go to Rick's Cafe. All that. I'm from the streets. You get what I'm saying? So it's a very different lifestyle. Like it's a real Jamaica is a third world country, but even in like the inner city ghettos of over there, right there, you still feel the love. Like if you're real, they F with you, you know?
Right.
I tell people to go. I tell you to go off of the resort and on the resort so you can actually get that experience. Because I do know about the stuff.
You know, I've never been on a resort in Jamaica.
Really.
No, so I don't be doing that. I don't even like going to the beach when I'm in Jamaica. When I'm in Jamaica, it's four places that you're gonna find me. I'm gonna be either in Kesha Park, chilling on the block.
Yeah.
Either you're gonna find me at the KFC or the Burger King up a halfway tree eating KFC and Burger King. A studio, you'll see me in a recording studio working. Or if I do go to a party, it's gonna be an old school reggae party. It ain't gonna be like this new stuff. It's gonna be like an old school reggae party. We got people like Yellow Man and Junior, Kata, Ninja for like the old school dance hall parties. That's right.
Yeah. And you know, because you from there, you know, you going to a resort is like being a tourist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's weird to me. It's like, oh, like this is like foreign to me right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, now don't get it wrong. Like when I travel, I go other places and stuff like that. I'll go to resorts and stuff like that. But when I'm at home in Jamaica and stuff like that, man, resort ain't on my mind. It's about just being in the streets with the people.
No question
That's
about
why
that.
when you go, you gotta go off the resort and not just on the resort too, because you get to experience a lot of things off of the resort versus going to the resort.
Yeah, no
Big
doubt.
up all my people in Jamaica. You know the vibes.
Yeah, no question. So, man, what started you wanting to be a DJ, man? What was the inspiration? So I kind of know you was brought up because we're gonna talk about your pops. We're gonna talk about Papa Ranger. You dig?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Ranger, right? That's
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so tell us, man, what was the inspiration, man? I mean, you know, you just didn't wake up saying, "Yo, Pop, teach me how to DJ." You know what I mean? Like,
no. So you see, like, I was like in like a strong like Jamaican household that, you know, you learn what your parents do, and I always knew how to DJ. Like I always picked it up from my dad, but I never wanted to be a DJ. I wanted to be an artist.
Okay.
So I used to be doing my own songs and stuff like that. But then, you know, fate and how life is, my dad ended up getting cancer. And DJing is how my dad paid the bills. So I was about like, about like what, 15, 16 at the time. And my dad was pretty messed up from like the cancer. Like, you know, like when people go through like sick and stuff like that. So I ended up DJing at some of the bars he played at. And I made a deal with the bar owners that, look, you'll pay me what you pay my dad and stuff like that. I won't drink. I would have to get there earlier before anybody got there, and I couldn't leave until when the last customer had left, and then they would let me leave.
Wow.
So that's how my dad paid the bill. So I took that over, and I was doing that. You know, my dad owned a reggae store, and I stepped up and I was working at that too. And it just happened that like after a while, I started getting a fan base off of DJing. And I was just like, yo, I'm gaining more fan base off of DJing more than my rapping, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it kind of gave me like that thing where I didn't have to rely on another DJ or a group or nothing like that. That I could be playing, I could put an instrumental on to start freestyling, and people going crazy like the DJ that can rap, you know what I'm saying? So like, it worked out good. I just decided to go with the DJing, and it's been a straight shot since then.
Yeah.
So your family had a history of music. So like your dad learned how to DJ from his dad, or how did all of like everything come
unfortunately,
together?
my dad don't know his dad. He don't know his real dad.
Oh, okay.
A lot of kids in Jamaica don't know their real father. But my dad was always around sound systems in Jamaica. He was always around the music scene. He was always around artists from like the 60s, 70s. And then when he came up from Jamaica, he had started 12 Tribe Sound in Detroit. I think in the early 80s, like 70s, like late 70s, 80s. And then he just came out here to the West Coast and continued it out here. So it was always like part of our culture. Like it was always like, I remember times like my dad used to keep mad concerts in Arizona too. Like he was one of like Arizona's first reggae concert promoters. So it'd be a lot of time where I would like wake up and I'm like, oh shit, there's Yellow Man, or yo, there's this person, there's that person, there's Ziggy Marley, there's this person. So it's just like, oh, like they were always around to the point like I grew up with a lot of these people right here, so they became like family to me.
Right. So basically, the transition is that's how you actually got to Tucson.
No, my dad came here. My mom and dad split up in like '89, and then my dad had came out here and visited before, and was like, "Yo, the Native Americans out there really rock with reggae, but there was no reggae shop out here." And he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna bring a retail store out there. This can make actually some money."
Right.
So then him and my mom, when they split up, it was my mom. It was my brother and my sister. I have a younger brother and sister, and me. And my dad made a deal with my mom. Is that look, Jahmar is the oldest. I'm gonna take Jahmar with me. You keep them two right there. They're still little. They're gonna still need. But Jahmar is the oldest, so I'm gonna take Jahmar. So he took me and brought me out here at first, and then he brought my brother out here afterwards.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah. No. So Tucson is. So that's kind of surprising because a lot of people don't know about Tucson, or they look at Tucson as some type of little small town. You know what I'm saying? Irrelevant. But me and you had a conversation when I met you. We started talking, and then you was telling me about you was in Tucson, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, and I kind of know you was probably a little bit surprised that I kind of knew a little bit about Tucson.
Yeah, a lot of people underestimate Tucson, but Tucson just be like it be cracking down here just like how Phoenix is. You just gotta know where to go. You gotta know the right people and stuff like that. Like we have our little hoods down here too. Like Tucson, remember Tucson's only 45 minutes from the border,
right?
And a lot of people seem to forget that right there. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
definitely an active place.
Right. And you don't got to tell me it's 45 minutes from the border because when I left New York, I went to Tucson. And
a lot of people from New York come to Tucson, but we're not going to talk about that. Yeah.
And so, then all my people from up top was like, "Where you at?" And I was like, "I was in Tucson." You know what I mean? And of course, coming out from the streets and the life and all that, thinking, I was going somewhere far away, whatever. But come to find out, I'm in a place where it all begins. You know what I mean? And I don't got to tell you. You already know what I'm talking. It all begins. So being that I'm from the street, from New York, you know what I mean? With what I know.
What part of New York you from?
I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Part of Brooklyn?
So, yeah. So from East New York, Brooklyn, baby.
I used to live over in Canarsie with Safari.
Oh, so see, this is another conversation that we can spin off into. You know what I mean? So my family from Canarsie. Well, my family from Canarsie and Brownsville. You know what I mean? But I'm born and raised in East New York. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's a whole nother show by
that's
itself.
where MOP is from, Brownsville.
Yeah. So when you went to Tucson, and you started DJing, like you said, your fan base rose immediately, or did they have to get a little bit of that DJ?
I think like the first couple months, they were like, "Who is this kid?" Like, and the way how I DJ, like I'm different from a lot of these DJs. Like I'm very vocal on the mic. Like it's like, you know, being from New York, you know, the real Jamaican style. You know what I'm saying? Like on the mic, like where the DJ's like playing like 45 seconds on, and the DJ on the mic, I say, yo, think about the sexy girl. Them, yo, that took them by storm. They were like, they had never seen nothing like me out here. Like, you know, they were like, and then all of a sudden it was just like, yo, we going where Jahmar is at.
Right.
Because where the college area is at in Tucson is like more like 4th Avenue. And a lot of DJs got their start down there. But I got my start on the east side of town at a club called Chicago Bar. And then
I'm very familiar with Chicago Bar, baby.
You know, when it came down to it, it's like by the time I made my way downtown, I already had a fan base of people that were following me.
Right.
So it's not like a DJ went to a club and then I'm going downtown by the college and I got to try to build a fan base. No, I already had 100 people that were following me.
Right. Right.
So it was
because,
so what is your signature style, your sound? Like, are you able to like read a room when you like just walk in a room, you know what to play, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what makes you apart from like any
I say
DJ?
this respectfully. When it comes to reading a room, right? And I'm not dissing no DJ in Arizona. No DJ can't read a room like me, though. One thing about me is like a lot of DJs get stuck on these playlists and like, oh, they try to plan out what they're gonna play and stuff like that. You know, I don't do that. I'll sit there and I'll look at a room and stuff like that and say, all right, you see, there's some older people in here, there's some younger people in here, like some college kids in here, like we got some Latinos in here. I can play 3 songs and I can already tell you what night it's gonna be.
Wow.
Like, and I'm very versatile. Like I play reggae, hip hop, country, Latino music, reggaeton. I play everything, even blues and jazz, Southern hip hop. I play Southern blues and stuff. I play everything. And I'm able to really just look at a crowd, because I think that as a DJ, and this is why I kind of hate it, kind of irks me with a lot of DJs, is that you'll hear a DJ, he plays the same over here, he plays the same over here, he plays the same over here, and it's just like your musical repertoire, your arsenal ain't that strong and stuff like that. Where I'm a person that I'm always looking for like that next like record, like that record. Like I remember, all right, good example, when Merkham's came out with that We Outside record, right?
Yep.
You know how many people I said this is gonna be the biggest record for 2024 for Arizona, and they're like, why? And I'm like, I said, listen to it. I said, it's something that can be played on the radio on its edited version. On top of that, right there, it sounds like today. I'm like, the record's a fire record. I was the first person to be playing that record in Tucson. And the next thing I seen, a kids football team picked it up and they had it as their anthem and stuff. They had all these little kids talking about, motherfucker, we outside. Shout out to my boy Merkham's.
Yeah. Big shout out to Merkham's, baby. Yeah, him and Breezy, yo. You know what I mean? Them my peoples. You know, we always have some really great conversations, man. When I run into my cats, you know what I mean? We sit down, we talk, you know what I mean? So one thing I can say, Jamal, is me and you kind of been in a lot of places and didn't even know we was in the same places.
Same places.
You know what I'm saying? World. So when you talk about Chicago Bar was the only place that you basically go in Tucson to actually hear some reggae on Thursday nights. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, it was a lot of nights that I would be in there, I'd be in the back shooting pool, and you know, it was absolutely a cool thing. You know what I mean? So how did you kind of go from being basically a local DJ in Tucson to kind of blowing up and expanding your resume, baby, the way that you have, man? You know what I mean?
So like, a lot of these artists I've known, like I said, they would take me on the road with them. You know, I've went on the road with Sean Paul before. I've gone on the road with Tribal Seeds. I've worked with Snoop before, Sugar Free, as you seen last time, and stuff like that. Different artists that they really like my dedication. Even when it came to Safari and stuff like that, it was what my dedication was. Like, yo, Jahmar goes hard. He doesn't stop. And it's like I'm like a machine. Like I don't sleep, bro. Like when I have something, like there'll be times I'm DJing, I get home at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, damn, I got some flyers. And I'm like, I'm knocking them out right now, and be up to 8 o'clock in the morning just doing them, because to me it's like I have an end goal. And I'm not letting nothing stop me from that. And it's just like my style is so different. And I guess I get the best of both worlds, that being an artist that went on tour and stuff like that, and then being a DJ, when I'm DJing for an artist, I kind of know what the artist expects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm DJing for them, because a lot of DJs don't understand this. DJing for an artist and DJing in a club is 2 different things.
Absolutely.
Right.
When you're DJing for an artist, you're almost like the artist's hype man, but you also got to know, like, you got to be watching for certain things. Like, yo, is he getting winded? Like if it's a 5-minute song, maybe it's good to cut it at the last hook. It's about, is he getting winded? You don't want your artist to pass out on stage.
Right.
And even like with but even like with Sugar Free, and Sugar Free will tell you if you ask him, is like, I started DJing for Sugar Free last year. We did a couple shows together, right? And he'll tell you the thing that he likes about me is that I can look at him and know when to cut the song, when to start the song. And we've never rehearsed it together. We've never talked about it together and stuff like that. Like good example, when we did the Baby Bash show, when Baby Bash was on the West Coast Fest, right?
Yep.
They weren't originally going to go back to back, but because of time constraints, they decided to go back to back. And I was like, yo, and I went to Sugar Free and I said, Sugar Free, I said, check this out. When he comes on stage, he's coming out with he has 4 banger songs. He's going to do them 4 banger songs. I'm like, we have these other songs that diehard Sugar Free songs, Sugar Free fans will know, but maybe the general person at the first time, they won't know it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I said, let's do this right here. Let me pick your set. Let's go 4 to 4 back to back. I said, we're going to, if he's going to do that, what is that? Let me see you go, mama, go, mama. We're going banger for banger with him. We're going to show them why we here. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So that speaks a lot. Man, on how you can actually get deep.
I think it's your world, Jahmar. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Not only that, because you've won awards like most every year, 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23. I mean, amazing. Let's talk about that a little bit too. And a 2-time City of Tucson Mayor Proclamation Award.
Yeah, I can honestly say that's the people. I can't even take credit for that. It's the people that vote for me and that they say, you know what, Jahmar deserves this right here. Because I wouldn't be nothing without my fan base. And I'm not going to be one of the people like, yeah, I did everything on my own. And no, it's the people that really helped Jahmar. It's the people that make me motivated. Because a lot of time, like even when my dad died 2 years ago, I thought about giving up DJing. Because it was something that me and my father did together.
Right.
It'd be like I could be playing at Mr. Heads or playing somewhere. And my dad would always be there in the background, either opening for me or either like even just like adjusting the sound, adjusting the speakers to make sure everything sounds good and stuff like that. Like it was really like me and him, and it got to the point like I was like, I don't want to do this no more because I really like, a lot of, I don't even know how to explain. A lot of boys are mom's boys. You get what I'm saying? But I'm different. I'm a dad's boy. Like I was raised with my dad most of my life,
right?
And it's just like I really I miss my dad every day.
Yeah, no question about that.
It was really my fan base that was like, Jahmar, don't give up. We need you. Your dad would want you to continue going. Because it's like I do other things outside of music. Like, I do other things outside of DJing, I would say.
Right.
But DJing is not really a thing like, oh, I have to do this because I have to use it to pay my bills. No, I make money other ways and stuff like that through other ventures, investments and things I've done in music that I could leave DJing alone right now and I could still be fine.
Right. Right.
So really it's just like DJing is like it's my therapeutic place. It's almost like that's my counselor that I go to.
Yeah.
Music talks me through my day. And
it also, when you was talking about your dad and you was talking about how you felt like you didn't want to DJ no more because you missed a lot of different things, those idiosyncrasies that your dad brings to the table with you when you are doing your thing. You dig what I'm saying? But from just listening to you, I also hear that, and I'm sure you understood this, it's also you creating that legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he absolutely passed that down to you, man, and you took it to a next level. Not saying that he didn't do the things that he did, but you're absolutely an extension of the things that he's done and the dreams that he may have had for you also. You know what I'm saying? So
at the end of the day, I tell people.
And not only that, the soul lives on, so he's always with you every step of the way. Whenever you clean, he's there. So
when it comes to like the Jamaican culture of DJing, and I tell people it's like respectfully is that, yo, at the end of the day, I'm a Jamaican, you feel me? And I care about the representation of it, and I care about the authenticity of it, because a lot of times when a lot of these DJs are playing out there and stuff like that, they'll be like, yeah, reggae music, and they'll play a one Sean Paul, maybe they'll play a Beanie Man and stuff like that. But I'm like, reggae music goes further than that. Dancehall goes way bigger than that right there. So it's like I care about how it's represented.
Right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, because you are a little different, man. You're a lot different about your community involvement. What spurred that on? What made you want to kind of give back to the community, man. And I want you to talk a little bit about a lot of the different things you do.
Years ago, I did a charity event, probably about like 12 years ago, for a big organization down here. And I raised like 10 grand for them. So, you know, it was like a cancer event. So I went to the place. I gave them the check for 10 grand. I was like, yo, I hope one day they can find this money, or maybe one day help find a cure for cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The lady looked at me and laughed at me and said, sir, this money doesn't go towards cancer research. It goes towards doing commercials to let people know cancer still exists. And yo, it broke my heart. Pretty much you're telling me that my money's going in some CEO's pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You think I'm dumb. It broke my heart. And I was talking to one of my friends, and I was like, yo, you see how these organizations be out here that's ripping people off, and people be thinking and I was like, somebody should do something about it. And my friend was like, so why you don't do something about it? And I said, you know what? You think you slick. I said, I am going to do something. I'm starting my own charity.
Right.
So 10 days later, it was like around Christmas time. So like 10 days later, I rented out a park, and I had a concert in the park for the homeless people, where I encouraged all my supporters to bring your old clothes. I got some DJs together. We're cooking food out there. So we fed them. It was almost like a Christmas concert for the homeless. And then it made me feel good. And I just said, you know, watch this. We formed DJs Against Hunger charity. And for like the last like 11 to 10 years, I just been helping people, because I feel like, again, you talk about legacy. I don't want my legacy to be, yo, you know, Jahmar was a good DJ in the clubs. Right. And that's all they can say about me. I want it to be more that, you know, I'm very big on God, that I believe, like, you know how they always say in the Bible, the children inherit the sins of the father.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't the children inherit the blessings of the father?
Right.
Maybe one day, God forbid, something happens to me, and one of my kids are in a position and a bad position. Maybe somebody will help them and say, yo, that's Jahmar's son right there. That's Jahmar's daughter. I remember what his dad used to do. Let me see what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. That's real big, baby. That's real big. And because that was one of the things that I absolutely, when I read your whole, you know what I'm saying, your whole bio and all that, and I was like, yo, this is what's up. You know what I mean? Because I too, you know what I mean, love to kind of get back and always I'll try to involve myself in community things. And then coming from the environments that we come from, we understand the importance of how to give back and some of the things that go on that get ignored by the mass public. You dig what I'm saying? And so I just want to say, man, big shout out to you, man, for doing all of those different things, man, and not forgetting basically who you are and where you from and the different things that you've seen in your life to be able to want to try to rectify them. You know what I mean? Or do your part in changing some of those things.
At the end of the day, it's like, I tell people, like, I guess I'm different from most people because I don't go to church.
Okay.
So
neither do I.
What I do and stuff like that is that, you know how people pay their tithes?
Yeah.
So every time when I'm DJing, I take 25% out of my money.
That's what's up.
And I put it to the side and I say, okay, I'm gonna do this to help the community. Most of these charity events I do, I'm self-funding all of these events right here. I don't really even, like, a lot of times like, oh, you could ask this person for help. I'm like, I ain't got no time for that right there. I just like, yo, I'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it make me feel good, and I know the reason why I'm doing it right there.
Right.
And,
you know,
and you know what, DJ Jahmar, that's beautiful what you just said, because even too, a lot of people don't know that tithing is just not given to the church. It's out there building the communities and out there just showing love and showing appreciation. It's not just going into church and say, hey, I'm gonna just give my money into the church. No.
Facts.
God was outside doing his work, so you outside doing your work for the people and helping people. So it wasn't just about that, you know. And a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? 10% of your
parents both raised me
giving back to the community.
My parents both raised me big on giving back. Like, I remember when I was young, I think I was like about like 8 or 9. I went back to go visit my mom, and she used to do this thing called Meals on Wheels in Detroit. Like, it was like for like old people that lived in like these project buildings, but they couldn't move. But they would deliver meals to them and stuff like that. And we were young, and I used to like hate doing that. My mom was like, no, we have to help people out. And then with my dad, like, the older I got, because my dad, when he had his reggae shop, would always be cooking Jamaican food over there.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I would see homeless people come off the street and be like, that smells good. He'd be like, yo, here, you want a plate? And I'm like, you're supposed to be selling it. And he's like, Jahmar, nobody with that. He's like, because I'm Rastafarian.
Yep.
So my dad would always be like, Rasta for feed the people. Well, I fill them stomach, I fill their mind. And he'd always be like big on giving to people, especially like homeless people. Like, And when I was younger, I couldn't understand. I was like, why? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm like, stop giving them people things. And then he would be like, oh, Jahmar, you can't look on it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever worked with the Jamaican artist? What's his name? He's real big over there. Natty King.
Who?
Natty King.
Natty King.
Yeah, man, don't bring no guns to town, Natty King.
Yeah, that's it.
Natty King.
Yeah, we interviewed him as well too. He's super amazing.
Yes, we had an opportunity to kind of sit down and chat with Natty too, man. You know what I mean? So I'm curious, man, because you've been DJing a long time. You've been with a lot of different artists. Was there ever a time, and I'm sure there has been many, but was there ever a time, man, where you played in places where they wasn't feeling you, DJ Jahmar? You know what I mean? Like,
well, sir. that don't go out with me right here. Like I said, I'm good at reading a crowd.
Right.
And I don't ever really go into a place with a game plan. I don't ever say like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna play this right here. Because the thing what you have to understand too is that the DJ game is a cutthroat business too.
Absolutely.
Because I've seen this right here that I've gotten booked to be the headliner DJ of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when the house DJ is supposed to come off, right? 5 more minutes. And in that 5 minutes, he wants to run every single banger and stuff like that to try to mess up your set and stuff like that. Where I just laugh and just say, I laugh and say, you think that's supposed to stop me? And I'll be like, I'll just jump on the mic and say, yo, where all my 80s babies at? Where all my 70s babies at? And I'll go right into like, M-Tune or Cameo or The Temptations or something like that. And then next thing and it's the song that you didn't expect to hear in the club, but the song you're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And then start going. And I'll just look at the DJ and say, yeah, I got you. Thought you had it, got you.
Right, because you know your music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to know music.
Yeah, like you literally can turn around and dig in a crate. You know what I mean? And pull it
Bro,
up, baby.
I am a collector of one thing about me. I am a collector of music.
Right.
In all my cars, bro, I have like 6 cars. I have like a different flash drive in every one. In my white truck and stuff like that, that's my rock and roll flash drive in there. In my van, that's my reggae one right there. In my BMW, that's this right there. And it's just like, yo, I go through these moods, right? I sometimes go through a time where I'm like, I don't want to hear no hip hop this week. And I'll just listen to straight alternative rock and roll, headbanging rock and roll music, like a headlight. And people be like, yo, what's Jahmar on? And I'm like, you don't know. But I know, yeah, wait till when I get to the club and I go to hip hop club and I drop this Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit in here. And I'm like, yo, where am I? And people be like, oh, shit. People jump like, if you watch my videos on my page, you'll be like, nah, boy, really doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no question about that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, you know what I mean? Like, there's always somebody out there that's gonna drop some wisdom on you. That's gonna hit you with a jewel. You know what I'm saying? And we already know, you know what I mean, about your pops. And I know you've kind of learned a huge amount of information from your pops and been dropped a lot of wisdom from your pops, man. Was there another artist, man, that actually kind of pulled you to the side, or not even that, just in a general conversation and said something to you, man, that you learned to take that with you as you move through your journey
like,
in your career?
Some of the best advice I got and stuff like that. Like I remember one time Safari told me a thing, and I had just bought my house, and he was like, Jahmar, you see your house is your castle. You need to treat it like your castle. Get everything you want in there, just in case you ever get stuck in there. It ain't gonna drive you crazy. You got everything you want in there. So I was always like building things in my house and doing different things. And then COVID happened. I got stuck in the house. But guess what? It wasn't a problem because I already had everything here. You know, a lot of reggae artists along the way have given me advice. Like I think like with them, it's like them knowing me from when I was younger and to see where I'm at. They're like, yo, this is crazy. Like one of my boys, you probably know him. You know the group Born Jamaicans?
Yeah.
My boy Edley Shine from Born Jamaicans. He gives me a lot of advice when it comes to the music business and when it comes to content creation and different things. You know, shout out to Edley Shine that even when I formed my label 12 Tribes Entertainment, he was like, all right, Jahmar, you need to do this right here. You need to register it like this. Yo, make sure your ads cap is filled out. Make sure your BMI things are done. Make sure all these things, your sound exchange. It's like he gives me a lot of information that I can really turn around and make money off of. Not just like dumb information. Because I feel like there's 2 types of information. You have some people that just talk just to talk. And there's nothing you can benefit from that right there. And then you have people that when they drop them gems on you and stuff like that, like when they say, would you take $1 million or a dinner with Jay-Z? I'm gonna take the $1 million
Right.
All I gotta do if I want to get the free gems from Jay-Z, listen to Reasonable Doubt. He tells you everything he's gonna tell you during that right there.
Right.
Even Jay would tell you to take the $1 million.
Take the $1 million.
Right.
Jay will, here. Right. Jay will tell you, take the money, fool.
$1 million. So I just think that sometimes that you got to be careful of the information that people are giving you, because I've seen people give people bad information just to screw them up.
Right.
Yeah.
And one thing about me is like, if you tell me something, I'm gonna go research it. I'm gonna be like, is this true? Is this a lie? Because I don't just, you're not gonna take me for winning foo-foo and just tell me anything. And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's true. I'm like, no, it's not true. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you teach kids how to DJ?
I do. We've actually had a couple in the past. We did like some hip hop classes and stuff like that, where we showed them like the basics and the fundamentals of it. But it is actually something I'm working on putting together with the school district out here that I'd love to put together, like a summertime program where say the school district was to buy, like, when we were talking about it, but the thing, unfortunate thing is that the lady ended up moving back to Chicago. But we had a plan going on that what we were going to do is that the school district was going to buy like 20 DJ controllers. And then we were going to enroll some kids in it based on your grade. We'd enroll those 20 kids. And at the end of the class, like say it was like a 6-week class, they would get to keep the DJ controller.
Oh, that's dope.
So they get further practicing, further keep going on.
Yeah. So we absolutely gonna have to link up, because we also have a nonprofit called Media Save Lives. We just kind of got it up and running. So everything that you're saying right now, that was also the plan also up here in Maricopa. You know what I'm saying? To start going into the schools, man, and start giving kids a skill set, because listen, I'm not gonna knock the way the business is and the music business is and just the way how the whole media thing has turned, because it's all about social media, you know what I'm saying? About the social media now and all that. But at the end of the day, you still gotta have a skill set. You still gotta have.
My dad used to say that all the time. He said that no matter what, you have to have a trade. That's what we call it in Jamaica. You have to have a trade.
You have to have a trade.
About it is that I don't think that's pushed right now enough in America, because I think it's like really, go to college. College is not for everybody.
Right.
And sometimes, a basic trade, like if you're a paint, and I always tell parents this right here, like if you know how to paint, teach your kids how to paint. Teach them something. It's not to say that they're gonna do that in life, but at least have that to fall back on.
Right.
You're right. Right.
Absolutely. Because they don't teach it in schools no more. When we was going to school, you could go to school and you can learn wood shop, you can learn plumbing, you can learn electricity. You know what I'm saying? You can even go to different schools and learn painting and sculpturing and all the different things. At least where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying?
They don't teach that out here.
They don't teach that out here. So
that's not a West Coast thing.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the once I got here, I recognized
they had auto shop. They had all kind of stuff. Driving court. They had all kind of things that you could do when you were in high school. Like you could literally get a job outside of high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
absolutely.
not a West Coast thing for some reason.
So I see you've been in a lot of different magazines, baby. Like, tell us how some of that kind of popped off. You know what I mean? Like,
honestly, it just be the people, bro. The people just be these magazines be coming up, and my fans always be tagging the pages and like, yo, y'all need to talk to Jahmar. Y'all need to feature Jahmar. And it's like, it's blessed, bro. Like a lot of things I have, bro, it's the people that make me have it. Sometimes there's some shows that I get added to, bro. And it was the people that, and the promoter reached out to me and be like, look, I don't know who you are, but I got 100 tags on my Instagram post talking about you need to book DJ Jahmar. Send me your EPK. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's like it's the people that make me get there.
Yeah, and it's also being able to recognize talent. You know what I'm saying? Or recognize something different about an artist or a creator. You feel me? And speaking for myself, I recognized it immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know what happened. So when you did your set and all that, I'm listening. I recognized immediately that there was some inner city shit going on here. You know what I'm saying? Like
I wasn't even. So here's the funny thing about that. When I got there, I wasn't even supposed to play the beginning set. I was just going to DJ for Sugar Free, but then their other DJ wasn't there yet. So then the promoter West Coast West came to me and was like, hey, you want to play an opening set? I'm like, I'm already here. My equipment. I was like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was like, I'm already here. I'm like, I might as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here waiting for Sugar Free to get here. So what am I going to do? Sit in the back with my hand? So I said, I said, yo, check this out. I said, turn my channels up. And next thing I start seeing, they all start rocking. I'm like, all right, this is the DJ Jahmar show.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I started the sentence to say, when I first heard you, right? And I'm peeping game, and you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty observant and all that. You know what I mean? I worked my way from where I was at, all the way on the left side or whatever, all the way to the back of the stage and all of that, just to get to you, man, because I wanted for us to have this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Give thanks for that,
and,
right?
And then when we started talking, it was like I knew you for like 50 years already. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's what real recognize real. You know, real recognize real.
Right.
Like it's crazy. Like I've lived in a lot of places in the world. Like I've lived in New York, Brooklyn. I lived in Queens over in Springfield. I like Springfield, Queens though. Queens is a real, because there's a lot of Jamaicans over there. And you got the Ave over there. That's the first place I be telling people. They have a place, you know about the Ave. They have a place called the Ave. That's almost like, that's where you get like all your fashion clothes.
Yeah.
Scamming is so big. Scamming is so big over there. Not even the McDonald's over there will take a debit card or a credit card. You better have your cash or you're not getting nothing over there. You don't play that over there. I'm telling, like, they serious over there. You know, I've lived in Florida. I've lived in California. I lived in Atlanta. Like, I've lived in Georgia. I've lived all over the place. And it's just like, a lot of times, all these places I go, I pick up different tips and tricks as a DJ. And I'll say, wait till I get back to Arizona with this right here. They ain't going to be ready for this. And then people's mind are blown, because I always believe, like, even like with all the awards I've won, I always believe I can learn.
Right.
I can always improve. I still practice and stuff like that. So it's not like a thing where it's like, I feel like, yeah, I made it. Yeah, it's just me now. No, I always want to learn new things, new music. Like, that's why I'm a DJ that I play requests.
Yeah.
Sensible requests, actually. Let me say that, because if you come to me ask me to play the Barney song, I'm not playing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I play sensible requests. But a lot of times it's like people will request songs, and I would have never thought of that song, or because I'm not on SoundCloud every day, and I'm like, yo, this is actually a banger right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, and then the first thing goes to my mind, all right, I can mix this song right here with this song. Like, I have this, all right. I have like this mix that I do, like when Not Like Us came out, where Drake, it's Drake on top of the Too Short, Blow the Whistle, where he goes, like your boy from Compton said, you know that it ain't free. So what I'll do is I'll loop it right there. Like your boy from Compton said, like your boy from Compton said, yo, mustard on the beat, homie. Or he'll be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different things that you pick up along your travels. It's different things that you see. And it's different things like, yeah, this gonna rock right here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you get a lot of local artists asking you to play their music and stuff like that too as well?
I do. And I tell them I tell them all the same thing. I'm like, look, you can't pay me to play your music. I was like, if I don't like your track, I'm not playing. If you want, like, I am a club DJ. I said, make something for the club. If I believe in your track and I like your track, I'll play that shit all the damn time. But you gotta get me to like it. I gotta directly believe in it. Like, it's not gonna be a thing where I'm like, yeah, give me $50, and I'll throw. I'm not doing all that. I don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm paid very well by the clubs that I DJ at. I don't need your little $50 and stuff like that. I don't need. Make good music. If it's good music, I will support it. I will play it. Like I said, Merkham's song, We Outside. I'm a fan of that right there. He just dropped the remix. The remix is hot with Judge the Boss and all them on there. Like, I'm a fan of that song right there, because I like things. We have a group out here called BDMG, Little Root and Kid Zeno. They got a song called Big Stepper. I'm always playing it. Like I'm saying, it's different songs that I guess gotta feel it.
Right. I know you're surprised when you be different places and you kind of go to doing your thing. Are people surprised when they ask you where you from and you say Tucson?
Yeah, they're like Arizona. I was like, yup. I'm like, buy this thing on, yes, sir. And they're like, yo, for real? And it messed them up. And then you'll get like the stories. They'll be like, you know, I used to go to Arizona back in the day.
Yeah.
I was like, a lot of people used to come here back in the day.
Right. Now they want to co-sign. You know what I'm saying?
Just like, it's just different though. Like, even like New York is a different thing. Like, I tell people this all the time. Like, Bobby Shmurda has a song Hot Nigga that swept the whole United States.
Yep.
But that's not the big record you play from Bobby Shmurda in New York. If you really want to turn Brooklyn up, you can play Hot Nigga, it'll be all right. But you see, when you drop that Rowdy Rebel Computers with Bobby Shmurda, that's when they be going crazy. Like, you have to know music. And it's just like, I've I've heard DJs out here, and like when I played computers the first time out here, right? All of a sudden you just hear people that's bop, bop, bop. Like all my New York people that be in the building is like they recognize it off of the rip. And then people start looking around them like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it creates a vibe, it creates an element.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? And that too, you know what I mean? Because we get that too, you know, like when I be different places and people see what we doing and all that, and they see the magazine, you know, and they say, yo, the magazine is official, you know, right away, and they think, and then they say, where you from? And I, you know, a lot of times I say, yo, we out of Phoenix. And they be like, Arizona, Phoenix? I'm like, yeah, man, like, you know, we know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I tell you that all the time, that you got a lot of people that have been here in Arizona for years, but they're not originally from Arizona. So their way of doing things is not going to be the Arizona way of doing things.
Right. And so I need you to answer this question though, because this is what I hear all the time. And it frustrates me. I hear it and I try to hold back from kind of flipping out when they say there's no culture here.
Bro, I hear that all the time. And the reason why they say there's no culture, people got to be realistic.
Nobody getting out networking. I mean, we spread it out.
People don't want to network with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to be together. And that's the thing. Oh, there's no culture here. It's not like Atlanta. Oh, it's not like this. And I tell people this all the time. As much shit as they talk about Arizona, people talk shit. I know people in New York right now that hate living in New York. And they'll be like, yo, it's whack here. I hate this shit over here. I know people in Atlanta that hate living in Atlanta. It's everywhere, but it's what you make of it. If you want your culture, and this is what the guy I tell people all the time, sitting in your house on a computer talking shit about how there's no culture in Arizona, but you don't actually go out, you have no opinion. You have no opinion. But if you actually went out and you supported these events, then guess what? We could pass our culture as that right there. But now when you have like these clubs and they only want to play 1 or 2 hip-hop songs, yeah, they're going to do that. And they're not wrong for that, because guess what? Their fan base is EDM people. We are not supporting these events right here. So guess what? They're going to play what's going to make them money at the end of the day. There's culture out there. There's a lot of stuff that goes on out here. DJ Pest up in Phoenix, he has mad events. Go support DJ Pest event. He brings mad Detroit culture out here and stuff like that. Mad Detroit things. There's a lot of things. 1111, they do stuff all the time. So
like, DJ Pest, 11, Poetic Soul. I mean, it's a lot of places. Yeah.
You got Soho and Mesa with BMW Entertainment. You got DJ Caution. You got DJ Tiggs. You got mad people that are doing cultural things. So it's kind of a slap in the face when a person says, oh, there's no culture in Arizona. So what are these people doing? Sitting on their ass, not doing nothing? Like, come on now. Like, I hate when people say that.
No, so do I. And one of the reasons, and one of the ways that I go about my business on trying to defeat that, you dig what I'm saying, is Media Made shows up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we at a lot of different events, we support a lot of different artists. You know what I mean? Like, in my head, you know, because I'm of a certain age, so I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so we try to highlight or put a light on some of these artists that are out here, some of these guys that are doing incredible things, you know what I'm saying? But if nobody knows about it, then it goes unsaid. You know what I'm saying? So
there's mad culture things that go on in Phoenix. You know, you got DJ Six, you got DJ Tiggs, you got DJ Surplus, you got DJ Caution, you got DJ Emmett, what's his name? EMS. You know what I'm saying? Like there's mad, and they always doing things for Black culture, for hip hop culture, for the vibe. They're always doing things. So it's just like, to me, it's unfair when people try to compare Arizona to New York. You can't compare Arizona to New York. New York is New York and Arizona is Arizona. You just can't do that. Arizona's not even Cali. You cannot compare it to that right there.
Absolutely. Hey man, so what's some of the things you got coming up, man?
Man, I got my birthday party coming up March 21st in Tucson. That's gonna be crazy. We're going bananas on that. I just got added to the I Love the 90s tour. The Arizona stops. They're bringing Vanilla Ice, Tone Loc, and Rob Bass. So I'm gonna be on that right there, which is gonna be crazy. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna have to show them how I do. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I like that, but I like that older stuff. Like we got mad stuff going on. I just announced the Tucson Hip Hop Awards for this year. We're gonna be doing it September 27th at Rialto Theater. I would definitely love to have you guys there so you guys can actually see what the Arizona artists or the Tucson artists have to bring to the Arizona hip hop culture.
Right.
So
that's my land. That's that's my second home. You know what I mean? Like me and you talked about it.
Yeah.
And you know, I know about Rialto Theater. I mean, I go far back as Club Congress, you know what I'm saying? And the DV8 and you know, and I even go to the V on Park, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I know the V on Park. That's what the V on Park is where the Cougars used to be at. Always over there trying to get us young boys. I remember being in the hood over there back in the day. And that's when them old ladies would be out there like, come here, young boy. Like, you don't get your old ass away from me. I'm telling you, you really know Tucson, though. I'll give you that right there. Like,
yeah,
no, vibe down here. You know, we got Pima County Fair coming up. I'm in some talks with doing some stuff with them this year. It's a lot of things that we really have that I have coming up that it's just like, bro, I'm constantly busy.
Right.
Like I literally I done got so busy. I had to buy a calendar and mount it on the back of my door and be like, okay, I can't even be giving people direct answers like, yes, I can do this or no, I can do this. Cause I gotta be looking what's on the calendar. Like I be having like a million things to do.
Yeah.
Like I just shot a music video in Jamaica yesterday.
Yeah, no, I get it. I got to put tasks on my phone all the time to literally tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got this, you got that. You know what I mean? Don't book this.
We got new music. I got new music coming out with Cutty Ranks and my artist Wasp. We just shot the video for our song Top Shotters yesterday in Jamaica. Like, bro, every day I got something to do. I'm either producing something, I'm either working on something. I'm trying to make really make like something out of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to be like, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I don't believe that I'm going to live to be 80 to 100 years old. I don't believe that.
Right.
And it's sad to say and stuff like that. And even my wife, it hurts her feelings when I say it. But to me, I'm chasing my legacy right now that I want to leave something behind that my kids can benefit off of, that they can be like, yo, even if it's a music video that 20 years from now, my grandkids can be like, that's grandpa right there. That's grandpa right there. You know, like that's what I'm really chasing on. Like, I don't care about being the number one DJ. Respectfully, I say this. I don't want nobody to get offended when I say this, but I really don't give a fuck about being the number one DJ in Arizona. I don't care about that. I'm beyond that right there. If I never win another award, I'm fine with that right there too. Right now, I'm trying to make a difference in my community. I'm trying to make a change in my community. I'm trying to make it better for my children. I'm trying to make it better for the next generation of DJs. You know, the awards are cool and stuff like that. And again, I got the Hall of Fame this year, the Tucson Hall of Fame. That's one of the biggest things that you could get out here. And I'm the first hip hop anything in that right there.
Respect, baby.
So it's like
we got a commenter too. Body Cam 695 says salute.
Yo, respect Bobby Cams. You don't know.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like literally, like it's just so look, I can show y'all, like, bro, look.
Yeah, boy. What am I thinking is today? You know what I said?
All them things right there, like, bro. You got more right Yo, it's not like me showing off on anybody and stuff like that, but it's just like right now and stuff like that. I'm really feeling like I'm ending towards the end of my life, you know? Right. And I'm enjoying my life. That's what it really is.
That's what it's really about, baby.
I want to do what I want to have fun with.
Absolutely.
You know? And that's what it really come down to. It's like what I want to have fun with. Like, I really love music. Music was my first love. Music was my first girlfriend. Music was my first everything. and sometimes when I'm DJing, I don't even see the crowd anymore. It's just like, it's silence I hear. And then I'll hear like the music whisper and say, play me, Jahmar. And I'm like, all right. And then mix with this and mix with that. And then it's almost like I see like a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? And that's music to me. And it's me and that woman dancing together and stuff like that. That's what music means to me. You know?
No, that's right. Yeah. Hey, so I just want to say
too.
Go ahead.
Because I know with me, like growing up, like my grandfather's a famous musician as well, but not only that, I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up around a lot of the old school. I'm from St. Louis, so you know, yeah. And I sometimes too, it always gets to that point to where like, what happened to the slow dancing? What happened to the love music? Like everybody.
Yo, you know what I hate?
Like nobody's playing.
Right about that, yo.
That love R&B music anymore. It's like it's just having it out fast.
Oh, well, you know what I really think changed that though? And it's funny, I was talking to my friend Haru about that the other day. Women are kind of to blame for that right there. And I'm going to show you the reason why women are to blame for that. When all these guys like Ray J and all them were like singing in the rain and crying like, baby, 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 baby. Instead of being like, this is a good man that loves me. They were like, that dude is a simp. You know what I'm saying? And they started dissing them men, and they started saying, we want those guys that are gonna call us out of our name. We want the guys that are gonna call us bitches and this and that. And then it ended up changing to that. No, that's what. Think about it. If you look at a lot of these songs that are really hitting right now and stuff like that, it's not those songs where it's like, yo, I love my queen, I love my woman. It's not that. It's like, yo, I love my bitch, me and my bitch. You know what I'm saying? And and if the women stop reacting to that in the clubs and stop dancing, like, nah, we're not tolerating that disrespect of our black women. We're not tolerating that disrespect. Guess what? There would be a change. But at that point, then you'd have to really be looking at self-accountability now. Like, okay, we're gonna have to get rid of Lotto. We're gonna have to get rid of Meg Thee Stallion. We got to get rid of Cardi. We got to get rid of all these. Because I remember back in the day, like, I remember when Queen Latifah had that song, UNITY, that's the unit. Who you calling up? And it was women upliftment. We don't really have women artists that uplift women right now. It's more about selling a record. It's more about, oh, this, that, and the third. Even when it comes down to how the women talk about men now, it's all about, I'm gonna scam this nigga, and yo, he can't get this pussy for free. Right. It's like, in a way, it's like you turn the men into tricks and turn the women into prostitutes.
Right. Absolutely.
And it's sad. That's where our culture has been.
And absolutely degrade. So I didn't want to get into that because you spoke on it without me even having to ask about it, because you just spoke on it about how it actually degrades the culture, degrades, you know what I mean? Because we've evolved since then, you know what I mean? And you know, back in the day, we was talking about different things. We talk about hard life and you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about doing drugs. We talk about hustling, because that's what it's going to take for us to get away from the different things that we was doing to be able to create lives for our families. You know what I'm saying? When
I was a kid, being a dopehead could be the worst thing that you could be. And now being a dopehead is a cool thing. And I'm like, y'all got this game fucked up all the way. I'm like, where are you all getting like this mentality from? Like, another thing that I don't like about club culture that I think killed club culture, cell phones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Doing this selfie stuff. People aren't having fun anymore.
That's the thing.
And I would see men dancing with women. Now it's men. It's like sometimes
everybody like this.
You know what be pissing me off is that sometimes these men come out, they want to fight the women on the dance floor from dancing. Like, they want to be out there dancing with each other. Like, they want to be out there dancing. And it's like, yo, bro, you and your homeboy, I understand y'all think y'all professional dancers. Let the chicks dance. Get out of the way. I don't want you standing up in front of me. I want to see them twerking. I want to see them dancing. Let them have fun. But it's like some of these guys, they want to be like, they want to think like this is like Save the Last Dance and pump it up and stuff like that, and be out there trying to push the women out. I'm like, yo, bro, leave them alone. Let the women have fun.
Yeah.
That's like we do an event over here called R&B Wednesday. We do it every first and third Wednesday at Mr. Heads. And the thing about it is that it's really brought that back into the club. It's not an event where I pull like hundreds of people, but we'll get like a good, like sometimes like a good like 150 people, sometimes a good 80 people. But guess what? It's the right people. And you'll see people, you'll see things that you don't see in the clubs no more. People singing along to the song, people, men slow dancing with women, bumping and like, I miss that right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
The baby making music. They love making music.
Hey, you know, I didn't have to say it. Jahmar said it. You know what I'm saying? Jahmar said it. So, you know, I didn't have, this is the one, yo, Jahmar, this is the one interview, the one time that I didn't have to kind of say it or explain it. Because I always go back to that.
Too, DJ Jahmar, I'm too different. Like I said, I'm an 80s baby, so I don't go to the clubs like that anymore for real like that. I have my old school music, my R&B music that I listen to. I'll go out to Poetic Soul, you know, listen to the artists there and different stuff like that. But
you go out to events.
Right.
I go to events. That's where I go. Yes.
And I respect that. Like a lot of these DJs, they be doing too much. It's like they'll have an R&B night, but then they're trapping the whole damn night out. And it's like, that's not R&B music. Like, bro, learn to stick to the damn theme. And for these DJs out there, I'm going to say this right here, because Arizona is another place I be seeing this. For these DJs out there that just want to play gangster music for the fellas all night, stop doing that. Play something for the ladies. Show the ladies some love. You know what I'm saying? Like, the women out here are my biggest supporters. That's the thing. The women are my biggest supporters out here. So I don't care. I'll sit there and I'll play a Nicki Minaj song for them. You can't call me lame when it's 100 women out here dancing. Get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So one of the things that I don't talk a lot about is I used to be a DJ too. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I used to play for sets for a lot of different artists and all of that. You know what I mean? And like you, one of the things that I used to do through the course of the night, I would read the room, and I'm absolutely gonna play something slow. You know what I'm saying? And you know, by the end of the night, I'm gonna tone it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play something smooth and slow, and so that way you can, the chick that you was talking to, man, I'm gonna help you with that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna help you with that. You know what I mean? Like,
you heard what
I'm gonna give you an opportunity.
Bro, yo, the game has changed so much. It'd be like 1:59, and these DJs are trying to play Dreams of Nightmare at 1:59. No, the damn club closer to it. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you? Slow that stuff down. Play some Jodeci, play some Keith Sweat, drop an R. Kelly, play something that somebody can bump and grind to. Like, what's wrong with you?
Right. And they'll never forget you for that, because they're gonna remember what happened to them that night when you played that song. Like, you know what I mean? And they're gonna have a story to come back and tell you when they do what they do. You think?
One thing Keith Sweat said is, he said, y'all may call me a whiner, but he said, look where the whining got me. It got me the latest.
Look, I'm telling you, like last night, I ended my set with Rolls Royce. Love don't live here. And you want to see every year right out the damn one singing that. It looks like this with me. And I was like, all my homeboys are looking. I was like, yeah, that's why I'm me.
That's why you are.
I'm gonna turn this into a church choir up in here. Like,
hey, baby. Hey, Jahmar, baby, it was beautiful that you came out, man. You spent your time with us. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you.
So, but let me just say this to you, a couple things. You know what I mean? One of the things is you absolutely made the next issue. So
thank you.
Don't be surprised, man, when one of my people on my team hit you up, man. You know what I mean? To get a couple of things from you, man, so we can get you in this next issue. You know what I mean?
I would love to do that, bro. We could even do an event out here. We could do an issue release out here in Tucson.
Yeah, we gonna do an issue release out there in Tucson, baby. Yeah, let's do it. Right, and then I just want to say, man, anything that you need us on, because I'm right here, I know it. You know what I mean? And just hit me, and I'll make it happen, man, from whatever's asking me to do. You dig? And
I appreciate you.
No doubt, baby. Before we go, man,
I appreciate you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before we go, I need you
to go ahead and plug your social media platforms. Let everybody know where you can follow and stuff.
On Spotify, it's DJ Jahmar. Instagram, DJ Jahmar International spelled INTL. You know, Facebook, Jahmar International spelled all the way out, JHMAR International spelled all the way out. Everything's either DJ Jahmar or Jahmar International.
Hey, I forgot to ask you. I got a question for you before we go.
This is gonna be crazy. Go ahead.
If you had an opportunity to play with an artist, perform with an artist, dead or alive, past or present, who would that artist be? And why?
And why?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna laugh when I say this.
We listening.
If I could do one show, right?
Yeah.
It'd be a versus, right?
Right.
I want to be the DJ for 50 versus Jay-Z, and I want to be 50's DJ. And I'm telling you, if he had me as if 50 had me as the DJ, right? Yeah. I can counteract every Jay-Z record that Jay-Z has, and we can smash Jay. I'm telling you. Yo, 50 is my artist. I tell you, I've been rocking 50 since mixtape days. Like when he had 50 Cent as the future, like, yo, that's the one thing that I'd want to do. DJ for 50. I want to DJ for 50.
So hopefully 50
in our issue.
Hopefully Fifth is listening to this, man, and say,
give me a call. Y'all need a Jamaican in power too, and I'm good with a gun.
Make sure y'all go pick up that 50 Cent issue edition of Media Made Magazine at www.mediamaidemagazine.com, because he is on the cover. So make sure you check that out as well.
Hey, international DJ Jahmar, let me just say this, man, before we go, baby. May you be blessed in all the things that you do every day, man, and may you prosper in each and everything that you do, each and every day that you do it, my brother. You heard?
Thank you. I appreciate you, King. Peace and blessings.
Yo, for all y'all peoples, man, y'all heard it first. Right here on Media Made Magazine. It's me, the Season G, saying Gray, and I got Sonny the Sun Goddess in the building, and we just sat down with the internationally known DJ Jahmar. Hey Jay, baby. Peace and blessings to you, man. I'll see you soon, man.
Peace and blessings, King.
Yeah.